Good morning, children. We are discussing about judiciary. In that last day, we were discussed about what is the role of the judiciary. And the three main functions or works of the judiciary we discussed, studied, that is dispute resolution, judicial review, upholding the laws and enforcing fundamental rights. These are the important functions of the judiciary. And today we can discuss about what is an independent judiciary. We can discuss about what is an independent judiciary. Okay. Imagine a situation in which a powerful politician has encroached on a land belonging to your family. Within this judicial system, the politician has the power to appoint and dismiss a judge from his office. When you take this case to court, the judge is clearly partial to the politician. So, the control that the politician holds over the judge does not allow for the judge to take an independent decision. This lack of independence would force the judge to make all judgment in favor of the politician. Although we often hear of rich and powerful people in India trying to influence the judicial process, the Indian constitution protects against these kinds of situation by providing for the independence of the judiciary. Okay, so you just imagine that if there is no judiciary, this judiciary do not have freedom means what will happen? In a democratic India, the very powerful group, they were known as politicians. They are the power to appoint and dismiss a judge or any other kinds of post, important post. So they were the very powerful groups in a democratic country. So when a decision is taken in by the court, these politicians and the other groups, powerful group, can influence this judge. Okay, so that is why we need a independent judiciary. Okay, the control that the politician holds over the judge does not allow for the judge to take an independent decision. This lack of independence would force the judge to make all judgments in favor of the politician. Although we often hear of rich and powerful people in India trying to influence the judicial process, the Indian constitution protects against these kinds of situations by providing for the independence of the judiciary. Okay, so Indian constitution always protect all these things. Okay, and give to crucial freedom to this judiciary. Okay, that is why this judiciary always take a stable decisions for all kinds of verdict. Okay, so that is one aspect of this independence is the separation of powers. Okay, in the first chapter we studied the three organs of the government. Okay, the main features of the constitution in that we studied that the organs of the government, they are legislature, executive and judiciary. Okay, so one aspect of this independence of the separation of powers. So why this judiciary getting this much freedom? How? Because in the constitution is given, that means separate the power between legislature and executive and judiciary. That is why the other two organs can't interfere with judiciary's activity. So clearly separated the powers. Okay, the powers clearly separated. That is why these other two organs, especially legislature and the executive, can't interfere with the activities of the judiciary. So why? Because constitution clearly defines the powers of each organs and divided the powers between the each organs. That is why the judiciary now have the freedom to interact with the people and solve the problems, and judge have the freedom to do the verdict. So the why? Because the constitution always protect from other organs their interference. Okay, so that is why it is happening. Okay, for the above separation work, well, it is also crucial that all judges in High Court as well as Supreme Court are appointed with very little interference of these other branches of government. Once appointed to this office, it is also very difficult to remove a judge. Okay, it is the independence of judiciary that allows the courts to play a central role in ensuring that there is no misuse of power by legislature and executive. It is also plays a crucial role in protecting the fundamental rights of the citizen because anyone can approach the court if they believe that their rights have been violated. So these are the importance of independence of judiciary. What is it? Is the independence of judiciary that allows the courts to play a central role in ensuring that there is no misuse of power by the legislature and executive. It also plays a crucial role in protecting the fundamental rights of citizens because anyone can approach the courts if they believe that their rights have been violated. Because of these reasons, the judiciary have the freedom. Why? What is an independent judiciary? Because these kinds of freedom is given to the judiciary. So always judiciary protecting the fundamental rights and the citizen, and always looking and checking these other two organs, the executive and legislature, if they are doing, if the legislature is passing any kinds of laws is not good for the people and society, means the judiciary have the power, or the court, supreme court or high court have the power to interact with that, interfere with that, and they can cut that kinds of laws. Okay, so that is the freedom of the judiciary. Then what is the structure of courts in India? Okay, what is the structure of the courts in India? There are different levels of court in our country. There are several courts at the lower level, while there is only one at the apex level. Okay, the courts that most people interact with are what are called subordinate or district courts. These are usually at the district or tahsil level or in towns, and they hear many kinds of cases. Each state is divided into districts that are presided over by a district court of the state. At the top is the Supreme Court, that is located in New Delhi and is presided over by the Chief Justice of India. The decisions made by the Supreme Court are binding on all other courts in India. So, what is the structure of the court in India? The apex level means in the lower level, they are the subordinates or district courts. Okay, each district courts and subordinate courts are there, and above that we can say high courts for the state. Okay, each state there is a high courts are there. Then the above the high level only one court, that is known as Supreme Court. The Supreme Court controlling all other courts, and the verdict or the judgment of the Supreme Court binding on all other courts in India. So the decision made by the Supreme Court are binding all other courts in India. That means these all courts have the interconnection. Okay, the subordinate or district courts is connected to high courts. All the high court is connected to Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is the highest level of the court. In India, the highest court is known as Supreme Court. Okay, so the people are interacting always with the subordinate district courts, and the appeal is going to the high courts, and the high court again it is going to Supreme Court. The last judgment, the final decision is taken by the Supreme Court. These are the structure of the Indian courts. Okay, these courts are interconnected, and the verdict of the Supreme Court, the judgment of the decision of the Supreme Court binded all other courts. Okay, that is the structure of the courts. I think today we discuss about how is independence of judiciary implemented, and in that three organs, the constitution separated three organs, and like that the freedom is ensuring by the constitution. The freedom of the judiciary ensured by the constitution. Like that the judiciary act independently. Then the structure we studied, the apex, the subordinate court, district courts, then or high courts, then the Supreme Courts. Like that structure of the court also we studied. Okay, the other works I will give in Google Classroom. You have to read this chapter, these points many times and understand it. If you have any doubt, you can point out. Okay, thank you.